Grammar time, grammar time, grammar time, grammar time. Yahoo! All right. Chapter 6, Lesson 2, using prepositional phrases. When you're using a prepositional phrase, there's some consideration to be made as to where you place it within the sentence. So that's what this lesson is going to be about today, as well as talking about whether it's a prepositional phrase that serves as an adjective or a prepositional phrase that serves as an adverb. Those adverbs and adjectives keep coming back to haunt us. So if you would join me in your grammar book, if you would, to Chapter 6, Lesson 2 on page 155. Here's the idea. A prepositional phrase is always related to another word in a sentence. It modifies the word in the same way an adjective or an adverb would. So instead of a single word adjective or a single word adverb, it's a phrase. Adjective phrases. An adjective prepositional phrase modifies a noun or a pronoun. Like an adjective, a prepositional phrase can tell which one, how many, or what kind. Remember, there are always those questions that an adjective answers. And don't be afraid when you're doing the assignments to look back, even go back to the last chapter and look at the questions that are there for adjectives or adverbs. The spider is a type of jumping spider, okay? The spider is a type. The type is a noun, and my phrase is of jumping spider. So it's serving as an adjective telling you about the noun type. What kind of type? Of jumping spider. The tiny bug on the windowsill is also a jumping spider. I don't like spiders. I can see these little jumping spiders right now. The tiny bug, which one? So we've got a bug, probably more than one bug on the windowsill. And so they're talking about, okay, which bug? Well, it's the one on the windowsill. Adverb phrases. An adverb prepositional phrase modifies a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. Like an adverb, a prepositional phrase can tell where, when, how, why, or to what extent. Jumping spiders live. So right there's our verb, they live. Now we're going to have a prepositional phrase that acts like an adverb, and it's going to answer the question, where? Jumping spiders live in many places. In many places is our prepositional phrase, in's our preposition, places is our OP, and it's telling you about where they live. The next one, these spiders are famous for their 8 eyes. So spiders equal famous. That's a linking verb. Spiders are famous. So famous is a predicate adjective. And the prepositional phrase for their 8 eyes is telling you why they're famous. So it's an adverb prepositional phrase. The next one, they jump far for their size. So the adverb is telling you about their jumping. They jump far. And how? For their size. They jump far for their size. They're those little teeny tiny jumping spider, but they jump pretty far for their size. Several prepositional phrases can work together. Each phrase after the first often modifies the object of the phrase before it. A spider sat on the tip of a twig in a tree. So we've got 3 prepositional phrases there that you can see highlighted in your book in yellow. On the tip of a twig in a tree. And those all work together to pinpoint exactly where the spider is sitting. Turn to page 156. Placement of prepositional phrases. When you write, try to place each prepositional phrase as close as possible to the word it modifies. Otherwise, you may confuse or unintentionally amuse your readers. Unclear. With 8 hairy legs, the bird chased the spider. So did the spider have 8 hairy legs, or did the bird have 8 hairy legs? So it could have been the world's weirdest bird. So to be clear, that sentence should be written as, the bird chased the spider with 8 hairy legs. one of the other reasons we don't like spiders. Well, I don't dislike them. They are one of God's creatures, but anywho. Okay, go to page 157. Write the prepositional phrase of each sentence along with the word it modifies. Then indicate whether the phrase is an adjective phrase or an adverb phrase. Warning, one sentence contains two prepositional phrases. I hope you can find it. Number 1, nearly 36,000 known kinds of spiders inhabit the earth. So first, let's talk about our prepositional phrase. What is it? It is of spiders. Now we know a prepositional phrase, we indicate that it's a prepositional phrase by putting it in parentheses. We know the first word is the preposition and the last noun is the object of the preposition, the first noun following the preposition. All right, nearly 36,000 known kinds of spiders inhabit the earth. Of spiders is telling us about kinds. Now I ask you, what's kinds? That's a noun. So, of spiders is an adjective phrase. Adjective prepositional phrase. Okay? All right. Number 2. Very few spiders are dangerous to people. Very few spiders are dangerous to people. Can you find the prepositional phrase in there real quick? It probably jumped right out at you, and it is to people. So we're going to put it in parentheses. It starts with the preposition, ends with the OP. That's our prepositional phrase. Now, to people is telling you about what? It's telling you about dangerous. Look for the words around the prepositional phrase. Dangerous, I want to ask you, is dangerous a noun or an adjective? It's an adjective. Spiders equal dangerous. Dangerous in this case is a predicate adjective. Since to people is telling you about an adjective, we know that this phrase is an adverbial prepositional phrase. Some of you are probably sitting there going, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. This is so confusing. Just roll with it. You're going to get it. Don't worry. I'm on your side. I want to expose you to this stuff and we'll go from there. It's not a problem. Number 3. You're like, it's a problem for me. Number 3, spiders eat millions of disease-bearing mosquitoes. So the first thing, let's find our prepositional phrase of disease-bearing mosquitoes. Of is our preposition, mosquitoes is our OP. Of disease-bearing mosquitoes is telling us about what in that sentence? Look for something around that phrase. And the thing that you're going to notice is millions. Millions of disease-bearing mosquitoes. Disease-bearing mosquitoes is telling you about millions. Millions is a noun. What modifies a noun? An adjective. So in this case, we have an adjective prepositional phrase. All right, I would like you to pause the video and give a try to numbers 4 and 5. And then after you've completed what you think the answers are for 4 and 5, turn the video back on. All right, you're back so soon. Did you really try or did you just keep going? Number 4. They also control huge populations of garden pests. So the one thing that pops right out is of garden pests. That's your prepositional phrase. Of is your preposition, pests is your object of the preposition. Now, It talks about they control huge populations. What are the populations? Of garden pests. So of garden pests is telling you about populations of garden pests. Populations is a noun. And what type of a modifier tells us about a noun? You're right, an adjective. So it's an adjectival prepositional phrase. It's a prepositional phrase acting like an adjective. You could even do this. All right, number 5. Let's see how you did. Number 5, the spider with its many useful qualities is often helpful. The spider with its many useful qualities is often helpful. So, what is our prepositional phrase? With its many useful qualities. There's our prepositional phrase. With is our preposition. Parentheses indicate the beginning of a prepositional phrase. Qualities represent the end. And this is our OP. And this is telling us about the spider. Is the spider a person, place, or thing? Yep, so it's a noun. What word modifies a noun? An adjective. So in this case, we have an adjective prepositional phrase. Our prepositional phrase is acting like an adjective. Your assignment for today, I would like you to do numbers 6 through 10 on page 157. And I would like you to follow the format that we have been doing on this video. So follow format as given in video. And we'll check back with you on that for tomorrow.